Alright guys, now we are going to construct our first SCADA project, and let's see how do we link this SCADA to that, right? So I'm going to go and create a new project. Right, so let's name it temp. Right, so as soon as I open this up, I'm going to close the project wizard, right? Rather, this is my first attempt software over here, right? So I'm going to go to the connection manager and I'm going to create one of the tags for just for our understanding, right? So in the tag I'm going to go to the modbus RTP. So now it's all empty right now. I'll add one of the connections over here and I'll add the tag over here, right? So let's say I'm going to give similar to what it's given in the lab 4001. I'm just going to name that tag as temperature one. It's an unsigned read value, write value 0, right? So that's my first tag has been created with the address of 40,001, and yep, that's good. I'm just gonna close this, right? So that's how you can create a number of tags for temperature, pressures, a lot of sensor points, right? And these tags are basically the things that will relate to the actual process value. So what is happening is that your PLC would read the temperature and it will send to this SCADA tag, right? And then it will read from this tag over here. So just to re-show you again, this is over here, you have the connection using the Modbus and you can read or write the values, right? When you are connected to the PLC. Okay, so since this is an introduction, we'll probably go later on with the connections. So next, how can we create our screen, right? So this is where you can create a new screen. So at first, the new screen will look like the complete empty screen, right? But if you click the right mouse, you would get tons of options over here. The .NET component is basically which allows you to have like tons of options over here from select. You can use buttons, checkbox, combos, and a lot of things, right? You also have the option to add a gauge, right? And so here the gauge would be, you can use that, and even you can have the option to change the properties of the gauge, the elevation, and even if you go in the wizard, you will have a lot of gauges that will come out, right? So you can change the knobs, you can change the settings, gallery, current type gauge, linear gauges. So you have like tons of these popping up, right? So you can use anyone which you want and use that as an indicator for your SCADA screen. With designing, you have a very important factor, which is a symbol factory, right? Symbol factory would is what most of the design engineers use, right? So it will automatically give you a pump, but again, if you go to the properties and go to the wizard, you have roughly around 80,000 or something like things that you can use to design or make your screen look interactive. So I can use maybe some of the heat exchangers for like or some of the power sectors, plant facilities, maybe. All right, the first one can be used. So yeah, just for the demonstration, I can use a factory part over here and put some input to that, right? So this is how you can design your screen. The next part is to assign text to your screen. So we have one of the screens right now, right? So I'm gonna go here and open that screen which was created. So yeah, this was the screen that I created. And if I add a button over here, I can probably assign a text to that. So if I have to right click on that and I have to go over here with the right part. So I can assign the text